Hello there, it's Jerry, and this is February, and this is my monthly moment, short video for the month. I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to get right into it. I know the last one was too long, but I've been mentioning for a while now that we have some things we want to do, and we've been waiting for the right moment, and I want to share some of the changes we made with you. As I'm shooting this video, it's Monday, I don't even know the date. What's the date today? February 10th. Last week, we made a lot of changes to some of the portfolios, and you probably saw some of those confirmations. So I want to explain them just because you got a bunch of them, and also kind of tell you the logic behind it. So as you know, we've been through some changes lately, politically, economically, new year, new stuff. We have some ideas. I've mentioned to a lot of you, either on here or in person, that we've had some additional money in cash to kind of protect some of the downside potential. Also, because cash has been doing so well versus some of the other things that it would be in otherwise, we just felt getting that stable return of income or earnings was better than taking on some risk in that area. So we started out getting rid of some of that cash and putting it back in play. So I'm just going to go through the list here and kind of explain briefly. But basically what this is every month, every quarter, every day, we're always thinking about maybe where we should be. And in our portfolios, the core portfolios, as always mentioned, we have the ability to make some changes to them, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more conservative. So the one basic thing we did to start off is we had about 10% approximately of the funds in a cash position, which is nice because interest rates are high, which a lot of people don't like, but it gave us the ability to earn more in that cash position and keep some money in play, but also ready to move like we did back in August if we see an opportunity. So the first thing is we took about 5% of the money, basically half of that cash position, and put it back into the portfolios and diversified it amongst a few different things. So that was the first thing, is we feel comfortable now getting some of that money out of the cash and back into the various markets, the various asset classes. So first thing we did, one of the things we did is internationally. We have some international exposure in the portfolios, and we kind of had a really kind of broad-based portfolio. We went something just a little bit more focused. You know, it's kind of, lots of countries in the world, lots of places in the world. There's a lot going on right now. We just felt maybe being a little more nimble, maybe being a little bit more focused, trying to find some of the all-star players of the team, if you will. There was some more benefit to that. So a slight adjustment in the alternative made a change from one holding, one fund to another. That was something that you will see on those changes. We did reduce in domestic stocks, US-based stocks, our position from growth stocks into a bit more value. Basically what that means is these are big companies that we had more last year that were just kind of still looking to grow sort of aggressively, even though they were big companies. We've repositioned a little bit into more value, meaning more stable, older companies. That way, if we have some volatility, they'll be able to weather that a little bit better. And we also think some of the big growth in some industries that we had over the past couple of years is probably going to slow down. So we want to just pull a little off the table there and be a little bit more, I don't want to say conservative because it's not conservative, just more realistic in what we see coming up. The next thing is, I already mentioned the 5%. We moved back into the tactical sleeve, back into the markets. We changed our fixed income a little bit, meaning some of the bond stuff. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail there, but we just felt there were some things moving forward that were a little better. When it comes to bonds, there's short term, there's mid-term, there's long term, there's high risk, there's low risk, there's investment grade, there's government, there's all kinds of stuff. So we made a few changes to those. Again, slight stuff, just based on how we think things will go forward. And then one of the bigger changes is we actually added a little bit of different type of exposure into what we call our alternative sleeve, which is kind of loosely defined as anything that's not a traditional stock or bond. There's some real estate in that sleeve, typically really low on that now, and I've talked to some of you about us increasing that back up. But we added an ETF that invests in options in the stock market. What that allows them to do is really take some kind of strategic moves when it looks like the markets are going to go up to kind of take advantage of that short term. Again, more details on how that works, but it was just kind of a different way to get a piece of the money into something that could really kind of take advantage of and actually benefit from some of the volatility. And the performance of it over time has been very, very reasonable, somewhat predictable and stable. So it's just a kind of different way to go at it. But the moral of the story is, there's what we did. We're always looking to do something. We've been waiting for the time to start implementing what we think will be beneficial for this year coming up. And we just started that as of last week. So we're on the move. We have some more money in cash that we're going to wait a little longer. Still waiting to see how some of the new policies and structure and tariffs and all this stuff kind of plays out. But we're getting there, and we do believe that we have a little bit better idea of what things are going to look like. So we're excited for the year. We're excited to move forward. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, anything else, let me know. Look forward to seeing you all soon. I have some big news coming in terms of my new video show and some other stuff, so I'll start sharing that, and hopefully that will benefit you and some people you know. Feel free to share this with anybody you want to, and I hope you're well. That's it. Hopefully I didn't go too long. I'll see you soon. Have a great one.